Hello everyone. I hope you are all staying safe and keeping safe. No thanks to coronavirus. Today I would like us to discuss about the impact of this pandemic on our mental health. But before then, I want us to have a brief overview of what coronavirus is all about. As we all know, COVID-19 is an abbreviation of coronavirus disease, the newly found coronavirus disease, which originated from China and it was detected or discovered in 2019. So hence the COVID-19 name. It's an infectious disease that is caused by a newly discovered coronavirus. Coronaviruses are a large family of viruses that are known to cause illnesses ranging from common cold to more severe illnesses, especially respiratory illnesses such as Middle East Respiratory Syndrome known as MERS and severe acute respiratory syndrome known as SARS. The virus spread whenever the sick person sneezes or coughs and the droplet enters into an uninfected person's mouth, eyes and nose. Hence, we are advised to have our face mask on, to avoid social gathering, to maintain social distancing and to engage as in to regularly wash our hands with soap and water or alcohol based sanitizer. Then whenever you are outside or even if you are indoor, you want to sneeze or you want to cough, you sneeze with a bent elbow or cough, or you use a tissue paper and you discard immediately, or an hanky and you make sure you discard or you wash it immediately. This pandemic has affected our lives in many ways. However, the effect on individual depends on the pre-COVID personality and lifestyle. That means the lifestyle the person has engaged in before this pandemic. These changes can also be aggravated by the isolation or lockdown as the case may be, fear of getting infected with the virus because most people they wake up every morning they are fearful. They don't know what will happen next. They don't even want to go out. Even if they go out, they are afraid that they might have jobs, unexpected change of plan, uncertainty about when this virus will end, and so on and so forth. These can result in a feeling of anxiety, poor or excessive sleep, low mood, loneliness, difficulty in concentrating, low motivation, and a state of distraction. Increased level of stress, panic and fear, financial constraint, or even financial strain, apprehension about the future, and so on and so forth. Look at some tips and ways on how to tackle some. Like I said, let's look at some ways or tips on how to tackle some of these feelings. Firstly, we need to accept this situation as the normal way of life, our normal lifestyle. The face mask and every other thing, we need to accept it. Don't let us fight it. We need to accept it. The first one is anxiety. So many people are anxious. They don't even know what to do. They are feeling terrified. The first thing to do, you need to plan your daily routine. You recognize the fear, yes. You plan your daily routine. It helps you to adapt quickly and to manage your anxiety. You have to divide your time clearly at work and non-work time. You divide it separately. Make the same division in your head as well. You also identify any activity or hobby that brings you joy and you perform it regularly. So with all these little tips, you will be able to maintain your anxiety level and to reduce it to the barest minimum. You do exercise, you eat healthy, and you maintain your this will help you to maintain your anxiety level. The next thing is the stress threshold. Threshold is the level of stress that your body can tolerate before the contractive efficiency of your muscle is affected. That's your stress threshold. So how to handle that? You need to regularly exercise, you eat healthy food, you sleep very well, at least about 6 to 8 hours daily, you engage in deep breathing exercise, you engage in it often. Then meditation is spend time in silence to recharge your brain. You can stay in a quiet place and meditate. It improves concentration as well, and it helps to reduce mental stress. Sometimes you step out, you take a walk, but don't forget, put on your face mask whenever you are going outside. Another impact of this pandemic in our mental health is loneliness. Yes, some people are stuck wherever they are. So you spend quality time. If you are stuck with your family, if you are home with your family, you spend quality time with your family members, with your loved ones, if possible. Because some people, like I said, they are stuck where they are right now because of this pandemic. So I will encourage such people to be in touch regularly with their family members, friends, relation, or somebody that is making them that could make them feel happy via the social media or the phone. Read pleasurable books and pick a new hobby. Make sure you do something new every day. You learn something new and you do something new every day. Be active on any social interactive platform that you like. Then also remember that you should pen down your thoughts and your emotions rather regularly. You pen it down, you write it down daily. So you know you have to arrange and to structure your life and your thought as it comes. Then the next one is difficulty in concentration or low motivation too. Yes. So the first thing is to remember that it takes time to adapt. With or without pandemic, it takes time to adapt. If you are planning a new lifestyle, before you adapt to that new lifestyle, it takes a whole lot of time. So we should remember that it takes a whole lot of time to adapt, and I'm very sure this pandemic, it will take a whole lot of time to adapt to this situation. Spend at least 1 hour every day on your physical health by picking a new physical activity of your choice. Some people will do yoga, some people is just mild stretching of their hands and their arms, but at least 1 hour per day. Always meditate. I've mentioned this earlier. Always meditate. Then do not have high expectation on other people, because when they did not meet up to your expectation, you feel so bad and so depressed. Remember, we are in this same boat together. It's a global pandemic. It's affecting everybody in the world, worldwide. It's affecting everybody. So don't have high expectation of as in from others. Some people, if you expect them to call you or to help you financially, please don't raise your hope too much on people. Then the next one is panic and fear. There is a whole lot of fear right now. Keep it in mind that you are not alone in this. You are not alone. It's affecting everybody. You are not alone. Then avoid frequently checking the latest COVID-19 statistics. They will only increase your fears. They will increase your fears. If you know you are panicking and you are fearful about this whole situation, which is not very uncommon, please avoid checking the COVID-19 latest statistics. However, always maintain the strict guidelines and the measures that has been laid down by our health authorities. Then the next one is, do not Google symptoms of any disease, because majority of us now have imaginary COVID-19 symptoms. Anytime you have headache or you have slight raise in temperature, you will be googling, you will check the Google, surf the net and check whether you have COVID-19. Please do not do that. Trust your healthcare provider and always contact them as soon as possible. Consult your doctor if possible, or the person that you can talk to, that you can share your feelings with, so that they will uplift your spirit. Also, the financial strain. This is another important impact of this pandemic. But however, you can consult a financial advisor if it's applicable in your country over the phone and common platform, so to know the new government policies, because definitely this pandemic has affected a whole lot of things. Policies have been changed. So definitely for we to roll with it, we need to be informed. We need to get familiar with it and how it will affect our economy as well. It is also good to read about books, to read about various investments and our earning option. Now, the next impact, which is very common to everyone, is apprehension about the future. We don't really know where this will end. We don't know what will happen to our future, what will happen to our children. So it is not so uncommon for people to be apprehensive or to panic regarding how this pandemic will end and what will happen in the nearest future. However, worrying about this does not help at all. It does not help at all. Then you avoid Always make sure that you avoid speculation and focus on the facts that are given by the constituted authorities. How, excuse me, do not believe everything you read on the net or even anything somebody tells you. Do not believe it. Make sure you confirm it from the constituted authority. Then you confirm your suspicion also from the same authority. Remember that humanity are seen worse, and every time we bounce back, and I'm very sure, I'm very hopeful that we'll bounce back once again more stronger. Being hopeful is the key. I wish you all the best. However, if you have more information about this information that I just passed, you can reach me on my Facebook page, Mental Wellbeing Initiative, and my Facebook page, Okay Abiola Disu. Thank you so much.